So, which one of these two is the best? Yesterday I bought this one and I did a part of the garden with it. And I am liking it very, very much. But it might not be the best solution for us. This is also our property. And because it's nearing half of May, everybody needs to cut their grass in the village. So we have a good opportunity to test these two machines. So one of the disadvantages of this one is that you saw it in the video from yesterday already. The wire sometimes completely snaps off. And you have to open the whole thing up to get the wire back in, which is pretty annoying. And this is probably due to the fact that it's not only grass that it's cutting, it's also bigger stems, chunks. And this is one of the smaller wires that is in this machine, the thinner wires. So that makes them break more easily. I am getting better in putting it back in though. Although I shouldn't say that too loud. Good, good. I did not have this before with this machine. I think it's a little bit too much for him. But this thing goes through there, especially when the batteries are charged. This thing goes through there like a tornado. It's not good. Not good. The wire issue gets annoying really fast. Although now it was still in front of the hole, so I got it back. That was the first set of batteries. How much square meters? 50 square meters? That's not a lot, eh? So we actually have a lot of these batteries. But if you have to buy them, you want to do some continuous working, it's going to be costly. €44 a piece. Yeah, for 50 square meters. Yeah, I mean, we have extra batteries, but if you wouldn't have extra batteries, you would now have time for a coffee. Or 4. It takes about 1.5 hours to charge both of them. You're too early for the walk, sweetie. Itu também. There's a piece of metal stuck in here. Two pieces actually. I hope it's 2 pieces, otherwise it's all the way around. Yes, it's all the way around. Twice. What? Oh my god. Second day of use. It's also an art. Wow. Yeah, there's this whole metal fence thing here. I don't know why. Maybe for a boar or something. Okay, I think we got it again. Shuva! Shuva! Maria is so concentrated she doesn't hear me. Can't be much, right? It's gonna take at least 2 more sets of batteries. Whee! Rain! Again! Well, I guess we won't be cutting any more grass today, huh? Doesn't work very nice when the grass is wet. You're not hungry, sweetie? Huh? No quiero comer? It's nice food, sweetie. Come on. Where's that rain coming from? Ah, really strange weather. Where's the rainbow? Where's that rainbow? So yesterday they said it would rain today, but on the app now it says it rains tomorrow. So it seems the universe is postponing the rain. I was planning on doing some more cutting today though. Also, the brambles don't cut very well with this thing. Do I have to wind it up on the thing completely? I guess we do. And there it goes under again. Starting to appreciate the blade. Cutting blade. Now my wire is like here in the... Jesus. Get in there! Try again. And we lost it already. Whee! Because I got stuck, the whole thing turned now. Like, that doesn't sound good. Apparently you can turn it. I thought it was fucked already. This is all brambles. Doesn't really work very well with the wires. It's too thick. Basically still like sort of a grass trimmer, only for a little bit thicker grass. All the other stuff it took out, but brambles, it's costing a lot of wire. You have a traveler. Oh wait. And if they're like olive branches, like on the floor, and it also eats the wire. So a little big chunk here to get out. See if we can get Maria a little bit more up path.
tira amanhã diz lá no almanac que já não chove.
Não.
Já se foi um bom tempo, um segundo já não chove. Vale. Até mas tu queres lá ir, quer? Até vou-te lá levar. Depois levá-la lá ao... Ai, como é que se chama lá? O Moçante, é o Moçante.
Sim, sim. This is not our land. Could have been our land, but it's not. It means we also don't have to cut it. I don't think the new owner is going to cut it also though. Oh. Akira is not feeling very well. She got stung yesterday by something, I think, in the ear. Her one ear is like hanging a little bit further out. But I think she also thinks I'm angry at her. Zoe, you want a snacky, sweetie? Andeka. Andeka. Zoe was throwing up this morning. So I don't know what's going on. But Akira, when I go into the kitchen, Akira goes out of the kitchen. And when I sit here, she goes into the kitchen. No, it's for Zoe. She's shaking her head all the time. Yes. Nope. It's okay, sweetie. Nou faz mal, amor. Nou faz mal. It's okay. This is actually normally taken care of by the municipal, and I think they will show up any day, but I'm not going to be able to cut it if all my roof tiles are here from this shed. It's raining again. You'll be fine. What? Yeah, so this thing, it works great. But it's actually only for grass, like and maybe a little bit thicker stuff. But as soon as you get something that is too thick, then you need to get the wires out again. And the batteries don't last that long. So it's kind of a hassle if you have a little bit bigger piece of land. Then we have this monster. So this I've been using before. The blade is a little bit worn now, but it also came with the wires. I think these are a little bit thicker wires. should be able to exchange this thing for the one with the wires. Meu Deus. Oh, yeah. Every time I want to unscrew it by hand, I'm going the wrong way. Funny, funny. So how does this work then? It just screws on, and then because it screws on the other way, it never comes off? That should be it. I don't know. So one of the annoying things about this thing, I thought, was that it needed fuel every time, but compared to batteries, you can work a lot longer with the fuel than with the battery. So yeah, this is the hassle with a combustion engine. Your hands smell like gas because you pour it all over your hands. You need to add this oil to mix it up. And the gas pours over your wound, and then it burns a little. Oh, I have another one. I'm drawing a lot of blood today. Let's start with a full tank. Together wrong. One wire is going in, the other wire is going out. They're both going a different way. That doesn't work. I don't know who used this last, but dois horas depois. That went a lot faster, eh? Smoking. It's all these grasses with these hooks on them, so they bite in the fabric of the boots. It's all stuck. So much. So the reason I bought the battery one was because I wanted to try something else, because the fuel powered one, it has like a strain on your shoulders when you're like strimming. But that's basically when you're like strimming the whole day or doing your whole garden in one time. And if I see the electric one, it doesn't have a shoulder strap, but eventually you get like strain on your hands also. It's good that the batteries don't last that long, because probably if you do the whole field with the battery one, it also gives a lot of strain on your wrist and stuff. And this thing basically hangs on your shoulders. Also, this one you need to like continuously like keep the power engaged. So you're basically all the time you're pushing this button down. But it cuts very good actually. The only thing is, like, we have a lot of land. If you have like 250, 300 square meters of land, then I think it's ideal. But now that I bought the battery one, I maybe appreciate the fuel powered one also a little bit more. Because that goes a lot faster and you don't have to wait for batteries to charge and stuff. I do think I like the working with the wires better than with the blade thingy. Now this blade is also not so good anymore. And the thicker wire from the fuel powered one, it lasts a lot longer. I don't have to pull it out that much. Although when you have to pull it out, you have to put the whole thing down and take it off your harness and pull the thing out. So I'm not really sure yet. We have this one since the beginning, but as you can see, it's getting a little bit folded up. And I heard that the one with 2 knives, that sort of works better than the 3. So we still need to do the other land. 4,500 square meters. But we don't have to do it all, but everything that is within 50 meters of the village, what is most of the terrain, we still need to cut. So obviously we're going to do that with the fueled one. And a new blade. So yeah, this thing is cool, but it's sold as a bush cutter, but it's more like an advanced grass cutter. I do like working with it though.